Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another quick episode of Learn to Earn with me. I am Carrie Little, and I want to talk to you today about building wealth. Now, it doesn't matter if you are a real estate agent, a broker owner, an entrepreneur, or you have a regular job, these three tips are for you. Okay, you know the drill. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's do this. Grab a pen, grab a sheet of paper, pause me if you like, or just save the video and come back and watch it later so you can write these things down. Now, when we talk about building wealth, everyone has a different journey when we say building wealth. My journey will be different from your journey. My end goals will be different from your end goals. Building wealth for someone might just be stability. They just might want to have a house. They just might want to be able to pay their bills on time, and they might want to just have money in the bank and be able to stop working maybe at the age of 55. So remember, building wealth will be different for all of us, So here's what I want you to remember. Some of you might say, I want to run a big business one day. I want to own it. I want to be in the thick of it. I want to be in the weeds of it. I want to run a business. Some of you might say, I want to have investment properties. So my husband, first of all, my idea of building wealth years ago, I bought my first house. I think I was around the age of 25. I just wanted a house. I wanted a house. I wanted to be able to pay my bills on time and maybe go on vacation. I mean, that's what it was. In my mind, I think I was the person that just wanted stability. But over the years, things change a little bit. So even today, I still own my townhouse. We own the house we live in. We have another property that, a condo that we purchased, and he's working on 2 renovations. And then we're working on a property in Florida and maybe some investment property. I want to come back and talk to you about some ideas I have for investments, but we'll do that maybe next week. So here's your number 1 out of the 3. Now, this could be 10, but I want to keep it simple. Number 1, I want you to write down your end goal. What do you really want? And always remember this, your end goal might change. Today, you might say, you know what, Carrie, I just want a home, maybe go on vacation and money in the bank. You might want to buy an investment property. You might want to fund a project. You might want residual income, stability, sustainability. You might want to run a business one day and not be in the business. Like you might want to be able to say, I'm the owner of like the company I own, Fairmark Realty Group, and I want to be able to run it, do business development, and help grow the business instead of doing the admin work. Like, what is your end goal? And remember, the end goal could be, I've never been on vacation. It could be that simple. The end goal could be, I want to buy a multi-unit property so I can maybe one day Airbnb 2 of the units, or maybe just have someone else pay the mortgage and I live in one of the units. So what is the end goal? And it might just simply be money. You might say, you know what, Carrie, my end goal is I want $200,000 by the end of the year. It could be that you want $500,000 by the time you're 30. I passed that. So write that end goal down. Then number 2, what is the road to the end goal? And let me give you an example, because you have to reach this goal. So as a real estate agent, and let's just say, because I'm thinking big picture right now, but let's just think annually. So as a real estate agent, you might say, I want to make $100,000 every year. So then we would take that $100,000 and we would look at the neighborhood you work in and, how many houses do you have to sell to actually get to that 100,000? That is the road you need to build to your end goal. And it could be over a few years. So how will you reach this end goal? And then you have to create a plan, right? You have to create a plan to reach the goal. So we said you need the road to the end goal. How will you get there? And then you have to actually write down what you're going to do. So, I'm actually looking at Trello right now. So you might use a tool called Trello, Trello. You might go old school. Some of us, you might write things down. Right now, I'm working on projects. So sometimes I need to sit away from the computer and then I can come back and type it into a tool like Trello or Evernote so I can look at it later or Slack. So you need to write down that plan, commit. And here's the cool thing is you have to create a plan to reach the end goal and remain consistent. Then you have to commit. So you can remain consistent, but if you didn't commit, like, every single Tuesday, this is what you're going to do. You have to commit because when you have a regular Monday through Friday, we're committed because someone else is giving us a paycheck, right? As a real estate agent or as an entrepreneur or a business owner, we have to get up every day to generate that income. So when we have to create our own paycheck, it's harder to remain consistent. But when you're committed, it's much easier to stay on track. And let me just give you an idea of commitment. So May of 2020, I made a commitment to go live on Instagram every single Friday at 9 a.m. Now, there are some Fridays where I was at the NAR conference. I had to teach a class. I couldn't get out of it, new agent training. One day, we won't do anything on Fridays, but go live. But I am live almost every single Friday at 9 a.m. Central on Instagram. I am committed. I'm committed and people expect me to be there. And if I'm not going to be there, I might create a story to say, hey, catch me next week, or I'll go live another time. So again, it's harder to remain consistent, but when you're committed, you write it down, it's in your calendar, it's much easier to stay on track. So there you go. Just quick ways to help you start building wealth. And then here's the bonus is you need to track that what you're doing is actually working. So number one, write down your end goal. Number two, what is the road to the end goal? And number three, create a plan to reach that end goal. You put in your calendar dates. And then number four, you have to track to make sure what you are doing is working. So again, I want to thank you for watching another Learn to Earn with me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Carrie Little, the designated managing broker of Caremark Realty Group in Illinois and in Florida. We look forward to helping you reach your real estate goals, your entrepreneur goals. If you are a real estate agent, consider investing in the Agent Journey membership.